folks, it is me again, Cedric Strange, back with another video, and today we are reviewing this Rapido FA-2 and this Rapido FAB. Alright, let's get right into it. So, I got these two at a train show, the Kawartha Downs train show. I will say the train show wasn't really that good though. I think it could have been a bit better. I'll get into that later though. I paid $500 for both of these units, which isn't bad actually. These are priced at around $600 without DCC or sound, and these do have DCC and sound, and these are brand new in the box. I did run them, of course, just to make sure that it did actually run. Alright, let's open these up. So, starting with the, I'll do B unit first, and this is the, that's the A. This is the B. These are in the Canadian Pacific Action Red, also known as the Pac-Man paint scheme. Put this one off to the side for now in the A unit. So here's the B unit. Gotta say, I love the box art on these too. And this is Rapido's, I guess you could say, museum quality locomotives, as these are actually 3D scanned in real life to make them. So that's pretty interesting. I like Rapido's manuals. They are pretty funny, I will say. But here's the inside of their manual, just if you want to read it. I like the part where they say, do not pull a 40-car train up the Appalachian before you run it in. So let's keep going. Here are the functions. And then, yeah, and then we still have a lot more, but then there is a French side to the manual as well. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, and then we do actually have these here. We have this here, the White River Productions, A Rail Empire for the Ages. And then we have the Order Summit Form on that side. And then we have the Alco / Montreal Locomotives Works FA-2 diagram. Yeah, quite a lot of separate parts go into this. And yeah, there's all of the parts lists. Which I love that BLI, Jesus Christ, not BLI, sorry about that. That Rapido gives a exploded diagram, which is great. So yeah, here is the B unit. Very nice in the packaging as well, I will say. Very high quality packaging. And then here we have a couple extra diaphragms, which these do actually articulate, or move, I should be saying. I'm not sure what's up with my nose. Let's pop this out here. Very tight, I will say. Make sure that it is focused. We'll zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so here it is. I will say, like, it's just so good looking. They just got everything perfect on this. Oh, Jesus Christ, my nose. Yeah, look at that. My fingerprints are on it. Sorry about that. Those are actually mine. This time, I will take those off momentarily. Yeah, but it looks just incredible. And then here is the other side. These are completely see-through. The grates on top are completely see-through. I don't think, yeah, you can't see it, but they are completely see-through. And then they come with Rapido style Jesus Christ knuckle couplings, and then these do actually move. I just took one off because you can change them. They do move back and forth, although this one seems to be a bit sticky. I'll just throw some oil on that and I should fix it. Okay, let's put this back on here, and then we'll get the A unit out now. Hey, time lapse. Alright, now, the A unit. Here is the A unit. Let me move the B unit just somewhere safe, at least for now. So here's the A unit. Same box. This one is a bit lighter, which means makes sense. Again, 259 Canadian dollars, by the way. I managed to make a deal and get these two for 500. Not sure if I already said that though. I think I did, but I might have not. And I guess I mixed up the manuals a little bit there. I put the B units manual into the A unit. Whoops. So then here's a look at the B unit's exploded parts. They put so much work into these locomotives. And apparently, Rapido does claim that this is the most accurate version of the fa-2 ever made. Apparently, not entirely sure on that claim, but that's what they say in their manual. Not entirely sure where they say it, but they do say it. Then one, of course, extra diaphragm. I'm not sure what these ones are for, though. These ones might be for freight use. Oh, Jesus Christ. As I believe at one point, CP may have pulled the Canadian. I am not entirely sure, which is a freight train in Canada, for those who do not know. I mean, not freight train, sorry, passenger train in Canada. Alright, let's, why did I close this? Alright, yeah, so here's this, the A unit. Alright, here's the A unit. Oh yeah, just of course, so just magnificent. It just looks amazing. Maybe now the seats with grates are visible, but I'll show that later. Because I don't think that's visible. But the interior on this is fully modeled with seats and all the levers. As this is, like I said, Rapido's, I guess, museum quality range, if you want to put it like that. And then this does actually have moving chains as well here. I'll get a better close-up of that soon as well, once we get to the little turntable I have. But yeah, that's the unboxing. Let's get to the details now. So here for the up-close detail, I thought since we started with the B unit, might as well start with the detail on the B unit as well. So as we go over this here, you should be able to see all the detail that is insane on this model. Let me just move a little bit closer. There we go. My fingerprint's still there. I'll just get some rubbing alcohol and take that off like I usually do. So yeah, this you can see actually straight through that window right there. That is fully modeled, and you can see the grates a little bit. Of course, you can't see it perfectly. The entire thing, by the way, has modeled grates, even the A unit. All from here to there, they're all see-through. Just can't capture it on camera at the moment. I'll get some better lighting on it, and I'll put some photos up so you guys can see it a little bit better. But yeah, so here's the window. You can see straight through that. Let's just zoom back out here. So yeah, with the camera, not with the camera, with the model, it is insanely detailed. I will say I've never had a model this detailed before, I think. The diaphragms here at the end are actually sprung, so you can spring these in and out. Get a better view of that here. I did put KD scales on because I was running this for a little bit, and I like KD scale couplers. As you can see, this is fully sprung, although these do pop off a bit, as you just saw, as they're meant to be removable to begin with, so that's why they do that. I find it a bit annoying though. I think having a bit of a tighter fit would have been a bit better, but anyways, it's pretty good. But as you can see, it is, yeah, sprung. Yeah, very nice. Very nice quality feature, Jesus Christ. Can't talk. Then here at the end of the car, these doors are not open unfortunately, but you know, it's HO scale, so what can you really expect? Although my Proto 1000 FAs do actually have sprung doors, which I'm not sure why this one doesn't, but they don't unless they do. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're not. That's fine though. I mean, you're never really going to be opening the doors to begin with, so I don't think that's a big issue there. So yeah, I think that's fine. As you can see, there's a lot of piping and stuff. This is all legible. My camera is just not my phone camera is just not good enough to capture this. I would use my other camera, but I don't really want to be editing on my PC. Rather do it on my phone. Bit easier in my opinion. So yeah, all these lights back here are lit. None of the model's lights on this model are, Jesus Christ, all of the lights on this model are lit. No matter how big or no matter how big or small this light is, they are all lit. So yeah, there's the back end. Let's keep moving around. Yeah, as you can see, it's very, very crisp. The lighting, I will say, there's no dents or anything on the shell. I will say everything's perfect. When it came to me, uh, I will say the only weird thing is when this thing is running, one of the trucks seems to be tilted to the left. So maybe there's a gauging issue there, but maybe it's just my perception. I'll have to run it again and see if I see it. And then if we keep going around, we have, of course, the other side with the emergency horn, the one chime, and then going here, we have the stock couplers, and then more detail. But let me show you the top now. So, alright, so here's the A unit up on the part here, not part, the turntable I have. As you guys can see, the springs are actually movable on this side here. If I move it, they do actually move back and forth, which is pretty cool to me. And they do feel like metal. I don't believe that they're plastic. Maybe they are, but that's fine if they are plastic anyways. It's still really nice. Moving on, we do have, of course, all these separately applied parts and stuff. And if we keep going to the front, we do not have a oscillating light or Mars light, as I believe these Canadian Pacific ones did not have that. And then we have the horn, which is a Nathan P3, I believe. Then, of course, this being the cab, we do have a fully detailed cab. Of course, no crew figures from Rapido, unfortunately. MTH and Broadway did do this, and I believe still does. MTH, of course, doesn't. They're not around anymore, but yeah. That would have been nice to see some crew figures, but still, it's not that hard to detail. And we do also have painted gauges and things like that in the interior, which is also really nice, I will say. Then moving on, let's go over to the top now and look at those radiator fans. Alright, so before we go to the track, here's the weight. So the weight of the B unit is 11.9 ounces, almost a pound actually. And in grams, that is 337. And then now for the A unit, let's go back to start at grams. It is 344. Wait a second, is that lighter? Hold on. Oh no, it is. It's a bit heavier by 4 grams. Or yeah, about 4. I'd say 8 grams actually. So now to, oh, I pressed the wrong button. Oops. There we go. Okay, so now to pounds. It is 12.1 ounces. And I guess a little bit more weight would make it a pound. So together, these are about, I'd say, 2 pounds, I think. About, yeah, 1 pound, 8.1 ounces. So it's close. I think you probably weight these to make them a bit more than a pound, maybe 2 pounds, but still, that's pretty good. I think that's about the weight of one ET44 AC. Let me just check that really quickly. We're just testing the ET44 AC weight. So with the ET44 AC, this is a Scale Trains ET44 AC Givo, and it is 1 pound, 9.2 ounces. And then I'll target it so I remember what it was. There we go. So let's see. Okay, yeah, so they're about there. These two are 1.3 ounces off the Givo. So 2 of them weigh about one scale train's GVO. So that means if you had 4 of these, which is how they would be running it for freight in real life, you would have around 2 GVOs. Or ET44s, I should be saying. But yeah, that's not that heavy, but they're small, I will say. They're about half the size of an ET44, so that's not too bad, I will say. Alright, let's go down to the track and test the coupler height. So here with the test for the couplers, I am using a tangent hopper. I don't remember the exact thing, but these are built to the NMRA standards, National Model Railroad Association. So yeah, I put a KD scale on the back of this, don't forget that. So it might be a little bit off, but let's see. No, that is dead on. Good. Now let's test the front coupler here. Now for the front coupler, let's see. Bang on. Good. Alright, let's test the B unit here. Right now for the B unit, let's see. Yep, bang on again. Let's flip her around. There we go, flipped around. Let's see. It's a little bit low. I see. Little bit. Tiny bit though. This would be yeah, it's a little bit low. But that's a good pass though. Now let's see what they look like together. Alright, now here with them together, just to show the coupler distance. Oh, my fingerprint. Looks so bad. But yeah, there we go. That's the distance with the KD short shanks. You can't even tell that there's a coupler in there, actually. It fits so well. Wow. Alright, let's go down to the layout and see how it sounds.
Now, yesterday and today, our theater's been jammed with newspapermen and hundreds of photographers from all over the nation, and these veterans agree with me that the city never has witnessed the excitement stirred by these youngsters from Liverpool who call themselves the Beatles. Now, tonight, you're going to twice be entertained by them. Right now, and again in the second half of our show. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles!
I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. Your destiny lies with me, Skywalker. Obi-Wan means to be true.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Honey, why hasn't your mother ever liked me?
She likes you, Julie. It's just she never was crazy about any girls they went out with. They were either too fat, too skinny, too short, too tall, too loud, too quiet. I finally found a girl that was exactly like my mother. I mean, how could she complain? This girl looked like my mother, she talked like my mother, she walked like my mother, same personality.
Well, what happened?
My father hated her.
Alrighty, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed that little function sessions and the little Easter eggs at the end. I really think that's funny that Rapido does that. No other manufacturer, to my knowing, actually does that, which is pretty cool, and I like that they do that. But something I will say, I am pairing them up now in, what do you call it, the same address, because I want to hear what it sounds like to run them and have a double horn, double bell, stuff like that at the same time, which should be good. But the only thing I don't like so far about the horn is when I guess blow the horn. The cutoff is pretty bad. There's no tail to it, you could say. Rapido does say in their manual that they did get rid of that to make it so you can have a shorter, or I guess a easier time doing the road crossings. I mean, not road crossings. Forward quill and reverse quill like this. But it's still not easy though. It just cuts off right away. Like, let's just listen to a scale train's locomotive here with the same sound system. as you can hear, the long tail sounds a lot better. Or I should say the tail off, whatever you want to call it. Sounds a lot better. I would have loved to see that in this locomotive. I might contact Rapido if I get sick of this and then just say, hey, is there a way to, get rid of this or something? Because it would be nice to have, a long tail. It sounds pretty good. Or a blow off, you could say maybe. I don't know what the term is. It's something. It's long tail or something. Not entirely sure. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this running session. Hey folks, thanks so much for watching to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. At least I hope it was entertaining at least. Yeah, this video is a lot longer than I originally wanted it to be. Sorry about that. But yeah, there's a lot to go over on these locomotives. These are probably, actually, I can say with confidence, the most detailed locomotives I've ever owned in my entire life. To be real, these are just insane. I cannot recommend them enough for how, like, I'm not gonna lie, these are a lot, but for what they are, they're really, really good price. So if you guys can find some, I'd recommend you pick them up. I have to give these on my score 50 out of 50 because these are the best. There's no paint imperfections, imperfections, or at all, or anything like that. Yeah, it's perfect. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. If you can, please like and subscribe for more content like this. Alright, see y'all in my next one. Goodbyes.